Hey there, fellow Project Zomboid players. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Homestead, Episode 9, Unexpected Visitor. I would probably speculate that if you were the average streamer choosing between platforms with the same size potential audience, 90-something% of the time you're going to make more money on Twitch. I don't think that it sounds like a ridiculously high number, but I don't think it's all that radical of a number, to be honest. And that's just the way the platform is.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. Even if there is a larger cut, you know.
Yeah. Sort of. You can think of it this way. For an analogy, Twitch is sort of like the largest venues as an entertainer. Whereas YouTube, Facebook gaming, all the other platforms are smaller venues. So if you can make it big on Twitch, you are one of the biggest streamers in the world. If you make it big on YouTube, you're still smaller than almost all of the largest Twitch streamers. Because it's just a smaller platform with less competition and less room for growth as a streamer. More growth for, a YouTuber, but because, you can't grow on Twitch as a YouTuber. But yeah. That would be the bottom line is Twitch, reigns king, and it's not going to get dethroned anytime soon. Unless they screw up, unless they change the ink and really screw up everybody. Which is possible, but like after what Netflix just did, I don't think Twitch is going to go, let's pull a Netflix and like piss off our entire customer base and blow up our platform, right? Like, I don't see that coming in the pipeline. I could be wrong, but I just don't think that they're going to be that dumb.
Yeah, people at Netflix not making good moves as of late.
Yeah. I mean, I know why Twitch is doing it. They basically released part of the leak was an internal memo, which was more or less that they are shifting their focus away from signing big talent, because essentially anytime big talent moved from Twitch to Mixer, they noticed that the viewers of that big talent didn't really leave the platform. They just found someone new on Twitch to watch instead, which means that they're brand loyal to Twitch, not so much loyal to the streamers, which means they don't need to shell out huge contracts for the biggest talent because the talent doesn't bring the viewer base with them on average. Like maybe only 20% of the viewers will change platforms for a streamer, something like that. So changing the contracts for the biggest streamers is definitely in line with what the Twitch leak revealed, which is you don't actually need to pay your biggest streamers to keep people watching on Twitch. They'll watch on Twitch because they like Twitch as a platform and not, watching specifically for that streamer. Because Twitch, another thing that makes Twitch kind of impervious is it has its own culture. Not to say that I particularly like Twitch culture, but if you do, you're going to feel very lost anywhere else because it has its own culture, and it's not going to be familiar to you. And
even as a streamer, YouTube culture versus Twitch culture is very, very different.
Yeah, creatures of habit, or just you prefer to watch the way you watch, right? I don't know what it is. I'm not a market analyst. All I know is Twitch isn't threatened, even for a company like Microsoft to create a rival. And for that rival to go belly up as fast as it did, Twitch, nah.
Dude, that was insane how fast Mixer went under.
Mm-hmm. What did Netflix do? They reported corporate earnings as the first time where it was like...
A loss.
Not like that they're not running profit, but they're not growing. And they ran a report that said... The reason is password sharing, and that they would crack down on it, and everyone's like, oh, cool. And then they were like, oh, and maybe we'll run ads too. And everyone's like, okay, yeah, we're not so much a fan of that plan, guys. And
the big thing was running ads.
Yeah. Well, cracking down on the, drive, because subscription costs have been going up and up slowly, which is fine. You know, matching inflation or whatever, I get it. But then when they're like, oh, and you know, you'll pay money and you'll also get ads.
Nah,
that is a line in the sand. Well, another thing about that is dumb TVs are like impossible to buy nowadays. I have a smart TV, but I hate it because it's like it shows me ads and stuff. It's like I don't want the devices that like. Imagine if you owned like a toaster or a microwave that was like buy Pop-Tarts. It's like shut up, toaster. I didn't ask for your opinion, right? Like that's what smart TVs are doing, and somehow that has become the norm, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's like our TVs that we have are like pretty old now. Like one of them's starting to go bad. That's how old they are. But they we use like Fire Sticks and stuff. So, but Space Corgi says that he's getting calls from Amazon recruiters to do interview, but the idea of working for Amazon is kind of ew. So this is what I was told when I was going to school for education, because I got kind of headhunted for a charter school, a charter company, and I hated the idea of working for a charter company, charter school. But one of my mentors when I was going to school basically said, like, you can be an advocate for proper education. That's totally fine. You can be an advocate for anything you want while working for a company, but you still need to eat. So, you know, it may not be the best company to work for, but you can advocate for better work environments and whatever you want to do while still like earning a living. No one should look down on you for earning a living.
Yeah, and feeding your family and
kind of a necessary evil type thing. At this point, one could argue that Amazon's, I mean, maybe not necessary, but like it's not going away. Yeah, one of my it's funny that you mentioned the cooking analogy. One of my philosophies when I was teaching was let the kids touch the stove. When they get burned, they realize it's a bad idea.
Yep.
That was one of my big philosophies for teaching. But no, I wouldn't look if you took a job at Amazon because you had a great opportunity. I wouldn't look down on you. You're still a member of the union after all. So. Let me film all this. How dare you eat, right? How dare you survive? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, surviving's not what we do here.
Not well, anyway. Yeah, I would be very weary of Amazon, like how they treat you or others. Like, you know, and you know, take the job, but always be looking. ABL, you know, as they say. Always look for a better opportunity. Never be content enough to just be like, this is good.
So Turtle Sandwich, there is no tiredness meter in multiplayer unless you enable it. And the last time we ran a multiplayer series, there was like a weird bug where the host got tired massively disproportionately compared to the clients. Basically, I was hosting and I would be tired by like noon, and he would be tired by 9 p.m. So we just don't play with sleep anymore because it's a little broken.
It's really odd, yeah. Yeah, it was really frustrating to try to like do combat
because I was always falling asleep.
Yo, yeah, nothing against you, just
yeah. I'd wake up at 9 a.m. and then I would need a nap by noon, and it's like I'm not anemic. What is going on here? And it wasn't traits or anything. It was just time is different when you're the host or something. I'm not really sure.
I wouldn't ask how I felt about it. Give me a sly grin and said, maybe I'm going to enact change from within. Yeah. I mean, there's a movie that I really love called SLC Punk. And the end of, no spoilers here. The movie's like 30 years old, so, but at the end of the movie, he went from like anarchy punk rock to becoming a lawyer. And he's like, I can do more damage inside the system than I can outside the system. That's something that I took with me when I went to go work at the charter school. And man, I threw a lot of stones at those windows while I was in there. And I feel real good about it.
Well, right on. Someone needs to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know where we're gonna put the farm, but do you mind if I put a composter like in our kitchen?
By all means.
Weird.
I mean, in real life, it's weird. In Zomboid, you're fighting zombies, so no, it's fine.
All right.
Yeah, I think a composter would be great to have.
At this point, I'm just kind of waiting for my carpentry to go up, so I'm just sawing a whole bunch of stuff.
There's enough to saw.
There is.
Oh, I forgot to take the logs out of my bag.
Yeah, I was about to say, you look pretty encumbered.
Yeah, I was like, why? Now I know. I had 40 pounds of logs laying on me. Yo, Bunker Joe. Thanks for the raid, man. Thanks for the raid. How you doing, Bunky? That's Joe's name now, right? Everybody's already agreed that it's Bunky. We bust some bunkers. Welcome in, man. How's your stream? How is Conan? It's a game I've watched, but I've never played.
So this is the Brad Saws Planks stream.
Well, this is the Trusten moves logs.
What is your purpose?
I haul logs.
Oh, man.
It's better than moving butter, though.
I don't know. I can still turn you into passing butter. You'll be my churner.
You churn me right round, baby. Right round. Like a buttermill. I don't know what they're called. It's buttermill to me.
Buttermill, I like it.
Butter churn? Like, what is that called? Anybody know?
A churn. Yeah.
Churn? Is it? Nice. All right.
Yeah, it would just be a butter churn. So the act and the noun is the same. You churning butter on a churn.
Wow.
It could be a churning tub, or a plunger churn, or a knocker churn, or a plum kern, or a plout kern. I Googled it, by the way.
Okay, I was going to say, do you know this off the top of your head, or did you Google it? I had to ask that.
I did know that it was a churn, because I actually had a cousin that worked at a dairy farm, and I visited and churned butter. I was not very good at it. I was very inattentive, and I was fired from churning butter.
We turned, as my class, we turned heavy whipping cream into butter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Got little like 6-ounce jars, put a little heavy whipping cream in there, and then I made the kids shake it, and then we talked about the properties of matter.
I like it.
Yeah. I love teaching, man. Well, let me rephrase that. I liked the kids that I was teaching. In fact, I got a text today from one of the people I used to work with. And they're like, Mr. Trusten's favorite day was today. I miss Mr. Trusten. I'm like, yeah. He's a pretty good guy, that Mr. Trusten. That's why I'm on the teaching kick right now.
Got it. Where did we put the advanced carpentry book? Probably in the
I think
passenger
that's-
seat of the van.
I was gonna say, I think that's in the van somewhere.
Who's Trusten? For real, Chemo?
Wow, chemo.
Even you've made me sad. All right, I'm having a. I'm gonna have a read here. I'm gonna spend the next 15 minutes reading.
That's fine. You read. I'm gonna contemplate my purpose of life, right? Like my whole existence. There's 42 logs where I'm standing right now.
I feel like we need to go all factorial on this and design some sort of factory to optimize.
I don't think can you get automation in this game? I'm sure with the mod, but like
Yeah, through mods. But not even that kind of automation, not really.
Oh, hello, Chemo. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you now noticing my existence.
Too little, too late, friend. Betrayed us.
Yeah. You hurt my only feeling.
Your last feeling. It was broken. Oh, thanks, Fog.
Right. 6 a.m. The fog rolls in. Dun dun dun. Broke his trust in. Exactly. So your chat gets it. Your chat gets it. You thought Rhadamant was only playing this alone? You didn't realize it was multiplayer? This is Rhadamant's other voices.
So, the title is Build a Homestead in a Swarming Apocalypse with Trusten. And the tags say Cooperative. So, yeah, how you could not possibly have known. I kept it a complete secret. Oh, and then the overlay right next to me has literally your name that lights up when you speak.
Beep, 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 beep.
So yeah, no, totally on me. I'm.
How you know what, Rhadamant? This
Yeah.
I feel that this relationship's not working out anymore. We need to take a break.
Yeah, I've kept you in my closet, and for that I am deeply sorry.
I'm sorry, Mama. Never meant to hurt you. But tonight, cleaning out my closet. One more time.
I just can't.
What would you do without me? Let's be real.
I'd be a little less happy.
That's darn tootin'. I was expecting something snarky, so I had a snarky response.
Sorry. I apologize for ruining your dialogue.
It's fine. You apologize for ruining my snark. It's fine. I'll allow it. Look at Yoda Dog. What a good boy. What a good boy.
Oh, you want me to put him down then? He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Carpentry 4, so even without
Dang. That's
yeah, even without
really
tapes,
impressive.
I'm going pretty fast. I mean, imagine if I was Guy and I was like handy and stuff.
yeah.
I'd be like Carpentry 20 by now. I realize that's not a thing.
Poetic, we don't talk about my lack of pronunciation of words. All right?
Pronunciation?
Exactly.
I love it. Words. Huh. What are they good for?
Absolutely nothing.
They're just sounds we make to convey thought. That's all.
As I said.
If you properly convey the thought when the sounds are slightly wrong, they're not wrong enough to matter.
Say it again for the people in the back. By the way, I'm just gonna walk these last logs over because, like, seriously, it's like right here.
It's feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Hey, Yaman, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate you. Hope you are enjoying what you're seeing here.
'Tis the best content on the interwebs.
Facts.
Says me. And
The guy reading books.
and my opinion matters to someone, maybe.
Carries a lot of weight.
Just not the right kind of weight. Why is there like a fence in our house? Like, for real. Our house is terrible.
Wait, oh, in the actual house? Yeah, that setup
It's like
is
a weird
really
half
bad.
wall fence. Yeah, I mean, that's part of the reason why we're just dumping the house, because it's laid out horribly and tiny, and I'm not sharing a ramshack bed with you.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I'll make better. I'll make better.
Look at these. The hit list. We have the hazmat survivalist, a COVID survivalist. Look at all these guys.
Who we've killed?
We have
a football player and a clown.
We have for sure killed football player and a clown.
Maybe pizza delivery. That's possible.
And no burglars yet. Hey, look. There's Left 4 Dead.
Ellis, Coach, Rochelle. Oh,
And then Francis. Wow, that was scary.
you know what I don't hate? Vests.
Pills here.
I hate doctors and lawyers and cops. I hate elevators. I hate stairs. Oh, wow. It's Ash. Holy cow.
I was gonna say I have something to tell you, man.
So, does that mean there are chainsaws?
Apparently.
Dang.
Oh, look, we got Doc and McFly. Dawn of the Dead. We got Flyboy.
Dawn of the Dead?
Dawn. That's what it says.
All right. What's the top right? Oh, Kleiner. Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Bob Ross is in here. Oh, I think we killed Bob Ross, and I thought he was Michael Myers.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Hank
Hey,
Hill?
Gordon.
Wait, what does Hank Hill look like?
He's got himself a cowboy hat.
All right, honestly,
glasses.
I would never know that was Hank Hill. Like, we could have killed 100 of him, and it would not have
That's-
registered.
That's true. Let's see. Jim Cameron, Nate Anderson. Being shamed by Rhadamant's painful. Avoid the shame. Wow. Rhadamant forced you to follow. He said he'd beat you up if you didn't. I don't condone violence, so
I do.
Unfollow, unsubscribe. I do. Let's see what's on book 2. That was a
I
fun
like
one.
book 1.
Yeah. All right. We'll go through.
Book 2.
We got Jailhouse Prisoner, Country Hick.
All right,
Wow.
that offends me. What?
You're in here?
Yeah, Country Heck. It's terrible.
Got the Blue Vein, the Nurse. I don't know if that's a nurse from YouTube or nurse in general. Could be either. Wow. Really. Hey, there's a clown.
Yep. A vegan?
A vegan. Clearly.
Okay.
A vegan.
I see his t-shirt, but like, this is a zombie game. That t-shirt is not going to last very long. That clown is swole.
Terrifying?
He is yoked.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. That is a nightmare right there. Gilly?
We got Gilly and Snow Gilly.
Yeah, Snow Gilly in Kentucky. That makes sense.
Okay. The Barbershop Quartet.
Purple and green. Nice. Red and blue.
Yaman, I could talk about education for a very, very long time. I'm not, hey, it's Sherry from
Yeah.
Tarantino. Big Daddy. Oh, okay. All right. Valentine.
All right. There's
Leon?
no way that Leon looks differentiated
that?
enough from regular cops to be identifiable.
I think the only thing is the vest, the RPD, the Raccoon Police Department.
Yeah. But I'm not going to notice that in a swarm.
No.
Free to play spy? What?
Is that the Team Fortress 2?
Yeah. Uncle
Team
Sam?
Fortress? Oh yeah, that's nice.
A crossing
Duke
guard.
Nukem's in here, and Abe Lincoln.
Why does the crossing guard look like a fireman?
Have you seen the work conditions that crossing guards are in? It's pretty tough.
I'm a little offended that Duke Nukem would be a zombie, though.
Yeah, because he's
He would never die.
no.
He's
no.
the Duke.
I loved his scenes and stuff. Hey, the Ghostbusters. If we see one of those, we are totally yoinking all of the Ghostbuster gear.
Oh, I want to be Egon. Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody wants to be Egon. No one wants to be Venkman.
I'll be Venkman. I mean, I am Crabman. It kind of makes sense.
We do, yes. Over in my stream, we do
mean,
have fists to shake.
Zed.
Wait, go ahead.
Sorry, nothing. All right, what else is down there? Chuck, Frank, what?
Frank West,
Oh,
Chuck
yeah.
Green. Why does Jesse? Oh, maybe that's not the same Jesse I'm thinking of. I was thinking of Breaking Bad.
What Jesse is that?
I don't know.
There's Killa. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, man.
That's from it's Tarkov, right?
Yeah, it's from Tarkov. Looks very Adidas. It looks perfect.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know who these people are.
Nope.
Nope.
Lost reference there on me too.
Oh, Pennywise, Joker,
Oh,
Leatherfaced,
nice.
Ghostface. Yeah, that's a pretty good lineup there. Okay, so Michael Myers isn't here,
But he's in his jumpsuit.
yeah. Jason Voorhees, nice.
That Voorhees 2 looks...
Odd.
Freddy
I don't
Krueger
know.
looks really good, though.
Freddy Krueger looks great.
Yeah,
I wonder if he can use his hand as like an actual weapon.
that'd be horrifying.
We got Bill Murray in here. Will Smith.
The Fresh Prince. Making a debut.
He's gonna slap some people. Be careful. I know, that's a month old now. Heard you were shaking some fists, Techie. Anytime you're in chat, you feel free to shake fists. That's just what we do.
God, that was a month ago?
It was something like that.
Dear Lord.
What was it, the Oscars or Emmys or something?
Yeah. All right. Well, this magazine is intriguing, but my viewers have had nothing to see here. Just me chilling, reading slow.
Let's see, 11 hours ago, 8 hours ago. No, I just want to know. March 27th is when that happened. So over a month ago.
That's weird.
Dude, right? Oh my God. April kind of just went out the window, though. I'm not going to lie. That's Bill Murray from Zombieland? It is. We will not accidentally shoot him, though. I mean, we probably will kill him, but it most likely won't be an accidental shooting. I really wish I would have put in the dance magazines, because I would so dance on you right now. Kind of a dance. Enjoy it.
Is that the dance of your people?
It is a dance of my people. All right, since I read the magazine, I'm gonna start planting stuff.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to figure out, like, I guess,
Where to plant that,
southeast
yeah.
of the house, so it doesn't get driven on.
I was thinking, yeah, maybe down
Down yonder.
this vicinity. I could chop down some of these trees and make this the plot over here.
Sure. I mean, it could even be closer to the house. I don't think this is going to be a crazy expensive house.
Okay. Where's the teabag emote? I ain't got no teabag emote. I'm a civilized human being.
Excuse me?
I think they want me to teabag you. That's clearly what's going on.
Yeah, but you're not 12, and nor am I. I thought that was behavior relegated, well, I guess to the early 90s.
And yeah, late 90s maybe? I know it was happening in Halo a lot.
Yep.
Hey, I appreciate it, Deodra. Have a great evening. Thanks for hanging out. My mentality? Oh, my mentality of a 16-year-old. I've never lost that mentality, fortunately or unfortunately. Depending on who you ask.
I won't chime in. Stay
Oh,
silent
by all
on that.
means.
Nope.
By all means.
Nope.
I mean, are you going to hurt my feelings more than chemo? I doubt it.
Well, I'm almost through the advanced book. Oh,
That's a chopper.
yep. That would be a chopper. There's nowhere to hide. I'm just gonna sit here. Our windows are... I mean, you want me to board up the windows?
Nah. Who is Trusten? What is Trusten? I mean, we'll see real quick what happens.
Your truck is pointed to flee. Is there anything in the car seat?
I don't think so, but let me check. Still not sure who is Trusten.
Let me go
We're
get
thinking.
my fight clothing that I took off for carry weight.
No, there's nothing in the.
Cool. So if I need to,
So
I can.
if we
hop
need
in
to, we
passenger
can.
And
Yeah.
Guess we're going a little late. Yeah, we'll see how many come. It's a really good way to actually clear out the local woods, provided that it's not a death swarm.
Yeah, I'm positioning the vehicle here for quick escape if need be.
Yep.
Just, all on top of the wood. But I'm also going to come in here and chill.
Yeah, maybe there's a... You could read a foraging book. That might be helpful.
I could. I need to smoke real quick and then I'll grab the foraging book. Why is Trusten?
Oof, it's running time?
It might be.
Maybe, but I'm just sort of sitting here. Sipping my rum and coke.
Where was the foraging book?
Oh, who knows?
One
Could be in
of
the van,
the
could be in the
one of the
truck, could be in
places.
the passenger seat. It's somewhere. I just don't know where that somewhere is.
Foraging for beginners.
Yeah, maybe the local area will get completely and utterly full of zombies lurking.
That's also a possibility. We'll figure this all out momentarily.
Yeah, we'll know soon. All right, I guess I'll seal up our shack so if we do get overrun, at least the shack won't fall.
Okay.
So I'll board it up so that future choppers we can hide. But
Well,
I
this
do
is,
think these woods are pretty empty.
Yeah, seems to be that way. This is day 6. Or I'm sorry, not 6. This is day...
It's still 6 technically.
Yeah, so that means this chopper came super early.
Yup. Just couldn't stay away. Wanted a little piece of the action.
Trying to see the shadow. Being outside. I really like the shadows. I think it's neat. It's a cool looking thing.
Yeah. Don't forget to protect the outhouse. Nah.
No one goes poo in this game.
I broke the outhouse in a really strange way already anyway.
Yeah, you did.
I was trying to take the door off and I took like something that doesn't make sense off of it. Dismantled it in the
It's fine. This is fine.
Violating physics kind of way.
Everything's fine.
All right.
Well,
Did I double barricade in and out?
Nah, I think the single barricade would be fine. This is going to be a monster house, you can tell. I mean, Rhadamant did make a beautiful dining area before, so it's very possible.
It'll be pretty eventually. It'll just take me a while.
Pretty ugly. Oh, got him.
Well, it'll be your house too, so
Dang, you're right.
reverse Uno. I guess we play a little longer just to, end the chopper event, so we don't inherit it.
That's my
reasonable.
thought process as well.
There's a lot of wood. I don't think I'm gonna. Maybe who knows? Might need more.
Dude, that's a ton of wood, yeah. But we could also clear out areas we need to.
Yep. You think the chopper proves this was a whole big government experiment? Yeah, it's
true.
It's like oh my god, what is that game called?
The Stanley Parable.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the game?
No.
I was like, dang, I'm good.
Days Gone. That's the game I was trying to think of. It's a zombie game
yes.
where the government is experimenting on the civilians. Comes in with choppers and messes you up.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what they did to us when we were playing as Sully and Mulder.
Yep. Which is true.
Seems to be, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but it seems to be fairly safe out here.
It means the wiggly trees are not much to worry about.
Yeah, but I'm still going to worry about it because duh.
Yeah, I agree. I probably shouldn't shred all these logs if we want. I don't know how we're going to protect the perimeter eventually. Whether it's log walls or something else.
That's a question for future Rhadamant and Trusten.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't cut all the logs if we're doing log walls. But I kind of like metal fencing so that we maintain line of sight.
Yeah, I would like to try to work up my metalworking. The problem is how you got to do that in the middle of the forest.
Yeah, we'll have to go into town.
Rimworld was a government experiment? It's true. In Rimworld, that's one thing I've never done. I've never had a cannibal colony. And, I know people say that's easy, the easy way to play, but I've never done that. I think it would be really fun, though. To have the big leather get mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
chop o'clock.
Maybe you should sow the farm field into help.
Yes. We could do that. My only concern is them getting the plants getting sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could totally do that.
No, it's fine. I like the way you're laying it out. I think at this point, there's not much I could build until the quality gets up. Yeah. So I might be in this situation where, like, assembly, disassembly is the way to go. I'm not sure.
I mean, yeah, we have the resources for it currently, I believe.
Yeah.
You did a cannibal colony. Rhadamant suggested I make a 3 muses scenario in the cold bog, and it was fun. I played the cold. I think the cold bog is my favorite biome. Or that, or the tundra. Yeah.
You don't need a sledge to break down the walls that you've built. Yep. No. But I mean, I could put the walls up now, but because I don't have the ability to make a stairwell, it doesn't really matter, because it's not like I can take this to a new level. I'm stuck. Stuck on the ground.
We might have 2 hours of chopper left, but I'm pretty sure...
It's not much of a threat.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing within earshot. Yet.
Hello. Hello.
Well, we'll just play until midnight.
Yeah, I'm going to keep reading here. I'm almost done with this. Then I'll probably forage a little bit, try to find some rocks that I can throw.
Yep. So I better not make a glass house then, huh?
Ha! I don't know why I did that. Can you make crates yet?
I could, but they'd be ugly.
You could. Well, I was thinking about build disassemble.
I could, yeah.
Johnny 5 disassemble.
Everything I'm currently building is pretty ugly, though, so... If I really wanted to do the build disassemble, I'd go to, like, a factory or something. But then at that point, you might as well just go to a TV and find the tape. The carp tape. Because with the carpentry tape, I could hit whatever level of carpentry I want pretty effortlessly, I think.
Yeah.
And we almost cleared all the way to the video store, so it's not...
That might be a poll we run at the beginning of next stream.
Yep.
Go there. I think that would be a solid poll.
Because, yeah, these wooden fences are ugly, but, like, what else am I going to make? Or I could replace them in the future, though. If the chopper hovers overhead in the middle of the forest and there's no zombies around, does it even make a sound? It does, just not for zombies. Still panics us, though.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I instantly came up and I'm like, oh, run inside. Wait, there's not... That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I didn't even move. I just sat there, like, all right.
It was my instinct.
Can't scare me. It's a good instinct. But I knew that the house was with, you know, open windows.
Yeah.
And, yeah. There's no point in going inside. Whatever was going to happen, it was going to happen no matter what. I just heard some weird noises.
Was it me breathing?
No, it sounded like a tree falling over. But, like, that didn't happen, so...
That's also a weird meta event, if that was one.
Yeah.
I've never played in the middle of the woods like this before, so I don't know if the meta events would be the same or different.
I don't know. God, these fences are so hideous.
But they're made from the beauty of heart.
No, I'm not putting a lot of heart in them. Sorry.
They're made from beauty of you. I guess it's my stream's turn for book day.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll give you guys big dog cam. The lady's trying to make her bed, and Margot's trying to get up there to harass her.
I look down and it's like 87 planks.
There's not enough. Hi, Remy. There's clearly not enough planks or wood around here.
Nope, we need more. Is the video store in Maldura empty? Yeah, it might be. I think it has some shelves in the back, though. So it has the potential to even have some tapes, even though it's mostly empty. So I think you're right about that.
Shut down. The video store got shut down. Oh, those tapes you were talking about in the back.
Black market tapes?
Exactly. They started talking about cryptocurrency before cryptocurrency was even thought of. I finished reading. I heard myself shut the book.
Nice.
Yeah. I spy with my little eye.
A stick. I'm just guessing.
It's like, would you like firewood or stones? And I'm like, doesn't matter.
That might be the end of the choppers.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock. They usually
Wrap up.
they usually bounce out around 6. At least from what I've seen.
Well, finish up this little fencing project and call it. This hideous fence that I'm going to have to redo anyway. You know how it is.
I do.
Substandard garbage work.
Well, it's good enough for government work. It's good enough for me.
It's like the joke of military grade.
Yup.
Military grade. You mean to the lowest bidder? Because that doesn't sound very safe to me.
That's about right. Like space projects and stuff.
Yeah, it was actually a quote from...
Is it Armageddon?
No, like a real quote from like Armstrong or something, which every time he was in a shuttle, he thought that, all the components of the shuttle went to the lowest bidder and how uncomfortable that made him feel.
Yeah.
You're in a giant multi-story explosive hoping you don't explode.
Can't see why that would make anybody uncomfortable, really.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Now, did I out of order this? Yes, I did.
Great, it's out of order now. I found some
man.
sunflower seeds. I'm gonna eat them. Oh, they're wild sunflower seeds. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
I'm not gonna risk it.
the work I can do now is done. And I don't feel like cutting all your logs in case we want to go with log walls, so...
Yeah, I can respect that.
What I could do is try to level up my sprinting.
You mean just fall?
I must have changed my sprint key, because it's not working.
I can sprint. It is the same key that I use for push to talk in Sea of Thieves.
I don't know why I can't. It's weird.
I'm almost level 2 foraging. That means I'm gonna find some really cool axes soon. Oh, you know what we should have done? We should have also looked for a herbalist magazine.
Yeah, I wasn't looking specifically for it, but I don't believe I found anything like that.
I wasn't either. That'll be on the nice to have list, not the need to have.
Mm-hmm. On to do.
It'd be pretty rad if you could grow some tobacco for cigarettes.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a mod for that.
Mods for everything.
But I think we're solid for the chopper.
Well, if if you want to call it, we can wrap it up. It's up to you.
Yeah. Wow. I found all your trash in the compost bin.
That's funny. It's actually not in there. There's like trash underneath the bin.
Oh, I think that's what it found.
That's
pretty funny.
Is old. I don't even really know where most of that came from. I am gonna move it though, so it's not in the house. Not that it matters, but
that's actually really funny.
That you just like found random trash.
It's just like, I suspect there's a garbage here, sir.
Although I'm pretty sure those socks were clean when I put them down, so I don't know why they're dirty.
Well is what I have to say about that.
Is that because you're staring at my well?
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna put the stuff away. Yeah.
Stick keys in ignitions.
Smart.
Because
this game. Do we have a raid target?
I do not, so I'm happy to go wherever you want.
Let me take a look. See. Wild sunflower seeds are just spicier. Tum Tum can't take it, man.
Okay, all vehicles have keys in them, so hopefully I won't, make them disappear.
Okay. I'm gonna send you a message.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Homestead, which originally streamed live on Twitch May the 4th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to check out Trusten's content from this stream, please go to the links below in the description and subscribe to Trusten. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.